marketers, growth managers, and business owners. You're listening to the Word of Mouth Marketing Podcast by Snowball. It's growth done right.
Hey, Robb Hadley joins me from PowerSol USA. He talks about their approach to marketing, word of mouth marketing's role in that, and he has a cool announcement about some bold moves their company is making. Stay tuned for the end where I distill 3 key takeaways you can use right now to grow. Let's jump in. To just kick things off, I want our audience to get to know you a little bit, Robb. Will you tell us just a little bit about yourself?
I am a marketing guy for PowerSol. I do the admin side for marketing and scheduling. I pretty much do everything. Anything that needs to be done, I'm the go-to guy. I've been doing sales since 1997 when I started in alarm sales, home security, as well as did a real estate for a little bit. And then I finally made it to solar, but I went through solar through the ground. I started with the education center, learned everything about solar that I could learn, from how it helps the environment to how it helps the individual homeowner to how it helps the future. And I met the owners of PowerSol back in 2012. They started in 2016 with PowerSol USA, and I had the chance to join the team just about 2 years ago. And if you ever wonder why I do what I do and who I do it for, they're right there behind me.
Oh, let's see that. Wait. Who do we got? Are those your kids?
That's my kids. Right there, my 4 boys and my daughter. That's who I do it for. Being a single father of 5 kids, I have 6 grandkids. Just had my 6th grandkid born last Monday, and he's doing great. Not this week, Mondays. He's 8.
Congrats, Robb.
Like 10 days old. Thank you.
I think that was beautiful. But hey, I've got to say something here though. I hear from our team here that you've got some pretty serious shoe game, and so I got to hear about this.
I brought out the blue and black and white Nike Air Max 90s. I wanted to wear my corks today, which are actually, this is cork and the bottom of the shoe is cork, but it wasn't matching correctly. So yeah, my shoe game is sick.
I consider myself a Nike guy, and you've one up me. Those are some pretty sweet kicks. Well, let's pivot over a little bit more, and I want to hear a little bit more about PowerSol. So tell me a little bit about the company and its mission.
Well, one thing I tell you is with PowerSol, all the owners have years of experience in taking care of customers, taking care of their clients, making sure they do things right the first time. They love transparency. I love these guys. They use all U.S. assembled products. They use solar panels that come from the U.S. That's a big deal in the world we live in. It's just that PowerSol USA distinguishes themselves in the solar industry through the key factors of commitment to integrity, being a local company that you can actually come to our local office in Ybor City, and the quality with using only the best tier 1 products. And when I say tier 1, that means that the company has enough money in the bank to cover their warranty. PowerSol is the company that you call after you've tried the others, and you finally find out, like I get a lot of people who talk to us to say, oh, I don't want to do solar because it's too much money. Well, you know what? It's too much money if you had the guy do this. Hi, I'm in the area. I want to talk to you about solar. You paid too much money when they do that. And PowerSol, we stand to go a different route. We find the clients through Facebook marketing, through snowball marketing, Google reviews, through Best Company. We like word of mouth, and we love the fact of getting referrals because you cut out the high commissions, you cut out the $5,000 that the guy that knocked on your door added to your solar bill. One of the things I always tell people before they make an appointment, because we do everything by appointment here, is it's a no obligation, free look at your options. We go over how much money you could potentially save by going solar. We go over the incentives that you can have, that you can receive, and we go over the process from start to finish. And then we leave the option to you. When I say local focus, we like to focus locally on PowerSol, having a retail store, as well as our admin setup is right down the road in Tampa. But PowerSol has a deep understanding of the specific energy needs, the weather patterns, the regulations within the communities it serves, and our local expertise enable the company to provide tailored solutions to maximize the efficiency and the savings for the homeowners and businesses. And with PowerSol, you can look at us online. You can see we have a great reputation. You know, if you see a Google review on it, you want to call that customer, you want to talk to that customer, we can call them because those are all our customers. Those are all people that we did a home energy solar audit with them.
I want to put a fine point on one question. How would you, if someone asked you what makes PowerSol different, what would you tell them?
Truth and marketing. They don't hide anything. One of the solar things that a lot of people make a mistake of is they get a quote from somebody and the quote is about $5,000 to $8,000 cheaper than a quote that we may give them. In the world of solar, you can get solar panels with an inverter called a string inverter. The string inverter is a little cheaper and it's not the best way to go because on a string inverter, think of your Christmas lights. One panel goes down, the whole array goes down. With PowerSol, we want to make it as easy as possible for you as the consumer, as well as us as a customer, even for our team of installers. So we use the Enphase, ENPHASE inverters, they're microinverters. And we use the best one right now is the IQ8 Plus, or if it's commercial, IQ8H. And each panel gets its own individual inverter. What that means for you as a customer is if you ever have a panel that doesn't produce correctly, it's only one panel that has an issue, one panel. So we know which ones
rather than taking down the whole chain.
rather than taking down the whole tree. Another thing with PowerSol is we also do battery backup options. So when you're looking at having energy when the lights are out or when the grid goes down, you actually can do battery backups without having solar. You can have your battery backup there just in case something happens. And we get this a lot with people who have the $150 bill, but their lights go out. They can actually lower their bill a little bit by during the peak hours, which in Florida is between 4 and 10 p.m. sometimes. Sometimes it's between 6 and 10 a.m. also, depending on when the electric companies decide. And, you know, one electric company raised their rates 49%. When the owner was asked why they did it, his reply was very cordial, because I can. And that's so ignorant and so disrespectful to people. You don't do stuff just because you can. And I just say that because that's the one thing that just triggered in my head. But with battery backups, you can actually make it to where during those peak hours, you use your battery instead of using the electric. And then during the non-peak hours, you charge your battery back up, which is something that we do as well.
What excites you the most, Rob, about the future of solar?
I'm going to drop a surprise as seen in Walmart. We have the spot. We're going to be in the Winter Haven Walmart in Florida. We are going to be in one of those little spots, like where the Subway is, or the hair salon is when you walk in. We're going to be there, and we're going to be there for all your home innovation needs, like solar, roofing, air conditioning. That's why I'm excited.
That's fantastic.
One thing I can tell you is that I've never worked with a company that has made big steps from going to just Tampa area to down South Florida, up to North Florida, Central Florida, East, West. We're all over Florida. And now we're as seen in Walmart. And that makes me happy about the future here. It makes me excited about the future and gets my adrenaline pumped because solar isn't old yet. Solar's brand new. Like, yeah, the space stations had solar for 40 plus years, but solar's brand new.
Help me understand, what are the things that you think people should start doing, and what are those other things that you hate? They just need to knock it off.
One of the easiest things to help is stop paying the extra money to your electric company. Look at your electric bill. Get LED lights. Turn stuff off. I'm sorry if you have to have your AC at 72, then try bumping it up 1 degree. Try 73. Try 74. Look at your filters. Change your air filters. You don't have to go solar, but if you do go solar, go PowerSol.
Well said. As far as word of mouth marketing, you talked about that being really one of the, kind of a beating heart at the center of PowerSol because of how you treat your customers. What do people need to start doing when it comes to word of mouth marketing, and what do they need to stop doing?
Stop being negative. If you have to say something negative about an experience, just don't say it. If you really need to do something, write it down, write your negative stuff down, and throw it away. And then take a second and find the positive. Even though it's a bad experience, it's an obstacle and it's something that we need to go through. You have to go through bad sales approaches to get to the good sales approaches. And that's why never make the decision on the first time. One thing about solar is that when we send a customer out, they're not saying yes the first time, and it's okay. But when we follow up and we listen to the customer, I tell my daughter this all the time and my son. Listen, acknowledge, and say okay. That's not being rude. That's listen, acknowledge what they're saying, and say okay. And then take a minute to think about stuff. We're all human. And, being human is to err and make bad mistakes sometimes. And the way that some of these solar people come out to you and just slam solar down your throat and just like solar, 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 you're never going to get that with PowerSol. This is my pitch. Hi, it's Rob with PowerSol. I'm just doing a quick follow-up call on the form you filled out online expressing interest in American-made solar panels and saving money on your electric bill. I just have a couple quick questions to go over, see if you qualify for the federal discount solar program. First thing, are you a homeowner? Then I have to ask, is it a trailer? Do you own the land? Then I go into, let me look at your roof. When did you get your roof done? You can go in and, you ask the customer, why do you want to go solar? Sometimes it's about the money. 60% of the time, it's about the money. 30% of the time, it's about the environment. And 10% of the time is, I just want to go solar because everyone else is going solar. And with PowerSol, you're gonna find a great experience from start to finish.
So, Rob, if someone wants to learn more about PowerSol, how can they contact you?
You can always go to our website, which is available anytime on the web, which is PowerSolUSA.com, and that's PowerSolUSA.com. You can go right to the website. There's a lot of knowledge there. You can also email me if you don't want to talk. It's R as in Robert, then period, then Hadley, HADLEY, at PowerSolUSA.com. And then the toll-free number is the easiest way because it does go directly to my phone. And if I can't answer, it'll go to one of the other owners. It's 855-847-6527. Or if you want to be easy, it's 855-84-SOLAR, SOLAR.
Rob is so fun to talk to. 3 key takeaways from our discussion. Number 1, truth in marketing. Don't hide anything. Be transparent about blind spots that will kick your customer's butt down the road. That will help you build trust that lasts. Number 2, cut costs. Word of mouth marketing cuts out the high commissions you pay, lowers the cost of acquisition, and helps drop the price of solar for your customers. Number 3, take big steps in business. PowerSol is going to be where their customers are. They're going to be on location at their local Walmart to educate people about everything they need for their home. And then just as a bonus, love your kids, and wear some sweet kicks, and you're going to be in great shape. That's it. Thanks so much.
Thank you for listening to the Word of Mouth Marketing Podcast. Want to leverage more concrete strategies, real-life examples, and practical tools? Then hit that subscribe button for growth done right.